Hello, DZG page. This is Jamie coming to you from Danger Zone Graphics headquarters, aka our home. But we wanted to come live tonight and talk to you all a little bit about the World War II Hogo Type 95 Japanese tank. It's 1/6 scale. We put this in the 1/6 scale group and have a few days ago and have had a lot of interaction, a lot of traction, a lot of people interested in wanting to see more about this. So we're going to go over a few of the specs with you, and then we're going to kind of show you the drawing so you can see what we are looking at, what we're working with, and what you're going to get if you decide to place an order for this 3D printed model. Again, it is the 1/6 scale World War II Hogo Type 95 Japanese tank. This product will ship to you in 23 parts. It's got to ship it's got to print in 23 different pieces. It will be a kit that you will have to put together. It takes 981 hours, which equals out to 40 days and 21 hours of constant print time. Now, we're going to give this about a 2.5 month lead time because you do have to give the machine breaks here and there. We also work full-time jobs, so there might be times where a part finishes printing and it's a few hours before we get another piece loaded. It uses a crap ton of material. It's going to weigh about 25 pounds when it's done. So let me show you. We're going to turn the camera around. We're going to show you what it looks like on the drawing. We're going to kind of show you all the different pieces, but I'm going to turn you around so you can see. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to try to. There we go. Okay, so here is the model. We've got some of the pieces hidden so you can see some of the other pieces. This particular model is going to have a functioning hatch. The hatch will open. It does not come with a figure. This is just shown here to kind of show you how a figure will fit in the hatch. It will have the turret spins. The guns are fixed. They will not move up and down, but the turret does spin around. And the tracks are fixed. The track is not a functional track. It's just a fixed model track. The different colors that you see here on the screen are the pieces that you're going to get. So you'll see how it's printed in the different pieces, different colors. That's how it's going to come.
If they don't want to use the tracks and they find some from another manufacturer, they could build the kit without the track, and it would look like this down the side.
Right. So you don't have to use the tracks. It was going to come with it. The kit comes with it. But you're welcome to, change it out sometime with a more functioning option. Use your imagination. We love creativity and people using what they got. We've added a lot more detail onto this one by customer request. We've gone in and added a lot of things to make it look more realistic. Just to give it a lot more detail than what it originally had, and we really appreciate your ideas and throwing those things towards us. We always love to hear what you guys want and do our best to make it happen. Let's see here. Okay, so we talked about the turret spinning, the hatch opens, fixed track, fixed guns. Any questions you guys might have, let us know. This particular kit is going to have to run about $750. Again, it is a 1/6 scale. It is 13 and a half inches wide and 29 inches long. I'm not sure how tall it is. Do you know how tall it is?
I do not have a height.
We'll have to get back to you on how tall it is, but it is 13 and a half inches wide, 29 inches long. Very detailed. You can see how detailed it is. You've got like the rivet spots. You've got exhaust, vents, the track system, everything. You can see how detailed. You've got your hooks on the back. Really cool. You can really paint this up and just make it look absolutely immaculate. Really realistic. Add all kinds of stuff to it. Make it really fun. So again, this is the Hogo 1/6 scale World War II Type 95 Japanese tank. It's about 25 pounds when completed and takes 981 hours to complete. $750. Comes in 23 parts that you will assemble yourself. The colors you see on the screen are the different pieces and how it's going to be separated up for you to get it.
Now I'm going to just start taking parts away so they kind of get an idea of the parts.
The figure does not come with it. You'll put your own G.I. Joe in the hatch. The turret does spin. The guns are fixed. They do not move. The track is fixed. The track does not move.
Underneath these armament plates is hiding the seams where you would be gluing the body pieces. You can see the seam here. So you won't have to sand prep or do any of that. The armament plate will hide that piece.
That's a great question, boys. We do not sell these STL files. We sell the kits only. We're just a printing company. We do not sell the files.
Working on. I'm just slowly but surely removing some of the parts so that people can see how it's assembled.
The different colors you see on the screen are that represent different parts. It's 23 parts that will be printed.
It gets hard to navigate it sometimes. The tracks are 3 pieces per side to do the tracks, and I suggest you paint them separately, you know, and then glue them together, and then so you can, it will kind of help you get behind the track up underneath it.
Right, you might want to paint your main, you know, or you could put like this specific section together, paint it, and then start adding some of the other ones. What kind of glue would they use to put this together?
A nice, you know, 5-minute, 15-minute epoxy works pretty good. If you're fairly quick at setting your parts, you could get away with a thick CA or a medium CA, and you can go in with the instant kicker to spray it to make it go together real quick. Super glue works pretty good, and you can use pretty much any of the JB Weld products that will for plastics, and JB Weld epoxies or high sol. All that works pretty good on this plastic.
Now, when we talk about painting, we usually like to do a primer first, and we typically just use a spray primer, Rust-Oleum brand, and everything typically gets primed first. And then you can do a base coat in a spray paint primer as well. A spray paint color as well. And then we typically go back and do all of our detailing with either just acrylic paints that you can get at a craft store, and or airbrush paints, model airbrush paints as well. And we usually use a mix of both. So we'll do some hand painted techniques, some airbrush techniques, all different, you know, spray paint techniques. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go about painting it and finishing it and making it your own. We also do vinyl graphics here, so lots of times we will use our vinyl graphics to add numberings, letterings, you know, different things like that, different symbols or whatnot onto the products as well. And you can see on our page through our photo albums and other trucks and things we've done, you can definitely see all of that kind of work that we've done. So definitely use your imagination, look at pictures. Lots of times we like to look at pictures of the actual truck or vehicle or tank, whatever, from that time period, and get a lot of our ideas on how we want it to look based on that. So there's that turret piece up top right there. That's the part that's going to spin. You saw he just added that back on, so that piece spins. Now, does it spin all the way around, or does it have... Okay.
Yeah, so this is it right here. It's got this island coming underneath it that allow it to spin 180 degrees.
Awesome.
And then you can see how that fits right back into this piece here. And then you can see that there's no floor here in the bottom until we get to the lower bodies, which is somewhere in here.